been said, let the weak man say, I am strong. When coming up with your identity, your self concept that you think that you are, right? You're not separating yourself when you say, I am a man, I am a son, I am a employee. These are all the same I that you're describing, just in various assets, in various different angles. And when you look at the nature of awareness, right, you become more and less aware of these different angles and ways of describing it. So when I say, I am Justin Trent, there is a whole plethora of qualities and experiences that go into describing that. Right? All the experiences of my life go into that. When I say I am wealthy, right, I think of the wealth of abundance, of the wealth of money, the wealth of education that I've been blessed with. When I say I am strong, I think of all the times that I've done work in the gym to get stronger. I think of all the times where I have done the work mentally, doing shadow work, looking at the aspects of myself that I don't want to be, and then healing through that. And with all these qualities, I could also look at the inverse of that, right, and come up with all the data and experiences that I have in order to validate the opposite, which is equally true. I mean, I have experiences of practically every quality and the opposite of that quality somewhere stored in my brain. And using the way that my brain visualizes things and my internal monologue and the way that I feel things kinesthetically, I get to pinpoint these things better. So when I think of myself being wise, and I think of all of the times where I've helped people, right? I'm visualizing it here in a PowerPoint kind of deal, where I'm seeing a whole lot of pictures of times where I've helped people with the wisdom that I have, and they're all popping up one after another. And then I could take that same PowerPoint slideshow kind of deal, and I could go into any one of them, right, blow it up, and say, okay, now I have this one image, and let me turn it into a movie about this one particular image. And I could watch the advice that I gave to my friend, like back and forward. I can change how bright and vivid it is. I can change how dull and dim it is. And in the times where I've been unwise, that might be stored in a different area of my mind. And so I take this where it might be more dim, it might be more vivid, and I can play around with it. And I can move this, like in my imagination, over to this area where I have both the part of me where I've been wise and the part of me where I've been unwise. And because this portion is brighter, more vivid, I can come up with more examples of me being wise than me being unwise. Therefore, I have a stronger self-concept of me being wise versus unwise when I'm comparing the two. Now, for you, you might have it be more beneficial to have them separated. You might have it be more beneficial to have them together. It might be better to have a collage of these ideas just all stacked together as a still image, or have it all playing at the same time. Zoom in one particular memory that was particularly vivid for you, or you could throw it away entirely and just make it not mean what you think that it means. You can change your identity behind it. Is it truly your identity, or is it a belief within your identity, or is it just another piece of data that you're continuing to hold on to? You know, sometimes we'll hold on to ideas about who we are or who we used to be, or relationships that we've had in the past that we use to validate who we are now. the trauma that we've been through to validate the trauma that we continue to inflict on people, and so on and so forth. And so by becoming more cognizant of the way that our mind will tell us things, and the thoughts will appear running through our mind, or what our body is trying to tell us kinesthetically, where you get a bad feeling about somebody in your gut, or somebody breaks your heart, or you get real choked up in your throat. However this is being represented within our body, within our mind, within our imagination, within the reality that we stay within, we can better understand ourselves and the way that we navigate the world that we live in. Because the map is not the territory. But as we continue to gain a better understanding and map out our self-identity better, then we can better navigate the territory of the world that we live in. So, to end with an auto suggestion, I thoroughly understand my thought process auditorily, visually, and kinesthetically in order to properly navigate the world that I live in to the best of my ability, in order to maximize my intrinsic qualities of light, love, peace, bliss, joy, prosperity, and fulfillment. If you liked today's video, I would appreciate it if you shared it with somebody, because I appreciated today's video, and I would love to hear back from you. How does your mind represent the qualities of the identity that you've chosen for yourself? And how do you plan on improving that self-concept in order to maximize your love, light, peace, bliss, joy, prosperity, and fulfillment? Let me know in the comments, and until next time, take care.